Hi and welcome to Crypto Shama. Today we're going to be testing a new game that we've made. It's currently under development. It's still available to play. So you can read more about it here and you can just continue to play here. So the purpose of this game is you can become a TD and become an MEP. We have a leaderboard here. It shows you how you progress through the game. Has the different scores. So we have public support, media trust, Garda scrutiny, corruption, EU standing, WEF influence, NGO influence, and notoriety. And then it shows you who's really in power. So by the end of this campaign, you could see that I was pretty loyal to the people, and I didn't really care about all these external influences. The game was much easier when I had these 3 submissions. The game was harder when I became a martyr and I was shot, was assassinated. And the reason I was assassinated was I backed the Occupied Territories Bill and I stopped all trade with territory that was being occupied by the Israelis. I was in the middle of a game there, so I'm just going to exit the game there, start again. Just get a free one. Start the campaign. Cash for access to allegations. Yeah, so this is kind of based on reoccurring Irish and European lobbying transparency. So I was lobbied and I want to just go public with this because that's what the people expect from you, to be honest. So we have these influence ladder here so you can get influence. So I have influence now in Dublin, Bay South. So you can do a direct canvas, backroom deal, or a media blitz. Here's your metrics. Here's who's really in power. Keep an eye on your stuff here because the game can end pretty abruptly for different reasons. And if this is too high, you'll get assassinated. So creative assets, campaign assets. So I'll get a constituency officer, a press officer, and I don't have enough money for the canvassing network. So shadow backers. So this is like the NGOs. You can borrow money off these guys here. But if you borrow too much money or if this goes too high, the game will end because you're compromised as a politician and you don't no longer represent the people. If you want money like a normal person, you just borrow from the credit union. You can get a lot more money off these lads, but again, do you really want the headache of owing them a favor? So I'll go public. And this is the European Union forced Apple to pay Ireland 13 billion, which again isn't the worst scandal ever because we could use that money. I failed to get influence in Cork, so that did not work for me. Don't have enough money to get more campaign assets. So push it to ring fence it for housing and infrastructure. So yeah, that seems like a logical choice there. So I'll do that one. This lad here. So the scandal with this lad here is he read out the Quran. It was like book 9, chapter 29 that says Muslims can kill Jews and Christians, basically. And he's the head of Islam in Ireland. So this one's a bit long in its description. So he read out this, but he said it was taken out of context and it was chopped up by the far right, even though he did read it out. So I think essentially he's saying he read it like a history book without reading it to send a message, essentially. So he was saying it was edited and taken out of context, but it is stuff that he said. It came out of his mouth. I think he tried to say it was AI at one stage, or maybe it was just edited by the far right. Again, a lot of people are not happy about this, so said that without the full unedited lecture amplifying the clip just defames him as an innocent man that does the far right's work for him. Yeah, out of context defense is bullshit. And if he believes that, he should be deported. Yeah, that's fair enough, danger to the people and all that. This lad here, Sean, he says Irish aid partner countries should be allowed to join the defence forces. Again, I've been living in a foreign country for 6 years and my kids are foreign and my girlfriend is foreign. And I don't think I should be able to vote in that country, let alone join the police forces or the armed forces. That's my personal opinion. If the country was attacked tomorrow, I'd help because my kids are from there and my missus is from there. but I shouldn't be allowed to join the army. That's just my own personal belief. You can believe whatever you want. I'm from a rural area, so I know about the closure of Garda stations. So for me, this situation merits a compromise. This is about COVID. The Irish in question won't die. Haven't heard about that in a long time, have we? No one really gives a shit anymore. Natural origin? Don't think so, lads. What do I do? Do I do this one? Get myself killed? Tell the truth. It was funded through NIH, which Fauci, that guy overseas, gave grants to EcoHealth Alliance. They routed it to Wuhan Institute of Virology in coordination with Chinese military-linked labs. Because Obama, he banned gain of function research, so they had to do it somewhere, and they did it here. RTE funded a trust crisis. You boys get paid way too much money for me, so I will scrap that license altogether. It's the new digital ID. Garda whistleblower file in relation to the penalty point scandal. So this one is in relation to anytime there seems to be a nationalist march, there seems to be a counter protest of LGBTQ, calling the boys fascist or whatever, and there seems to be coordinated at the same time, just to just concern people that are just concerned, just basically normal people, and are getting called far right because of whatever reasons, the agenda or whatever. So should I call on both organiser, reschedule, and avoid a confrontation? That's never going to happen because the whole point of the counter protest is to protest the protesters. Yeah, so I'm going to not brand them far right agitators before it even starts because that's crazy. They don't even know the people that are protesting, just calling them names. That's never an effective strategy. So they have a right to protest. They really do. So this is about them not publishing the numbers of crime linked to migrants. So what are they saying? The department says no such breakdown exists in a usable form. Yeah. Do not trust the department for a second. It's been deliberately withheld. Roger O'Gorman paid well above market rates to a politically connected operator for contracts for accommodation for housing. It's cronyism, plain and simple. It's about the hospital being on church grounds. And the church has a problem because there's abortion and IVF there. I think the whole thing doesn't matter. Just build a fucking hospital for fuck's sake. Like, people need the hospital more than they need your bullshit. So, emergency housing bill vote. Protest outside the Dáil. So, yeah, they didn't like my protests. So, yeah, the Garda are cracking down there. Yeah, so the asylum system is breaking. New accommodation in your local area, and the locals haven't been consulted. Tents are forming outside the IPO in Dublin. there's two protests and they both want to support. So we have these new to the parish people saying they're Irish now, so they should get the same rights as everybody else. And then we have these, what some people call far right, or what some people call normal native people. So you have to side with whoever you want there. Okay, my influence is full. I don't need to purchase any more influence. This is what I get per turn now. Still need the bottom two options for me. Two things can be true at once. Assassinated, unfortunately. That's the way it goes. They didn't like that. So there you go. Hope you like it. Send me any of your feedback. Cheers, thanks.